On the first morning going down to the Department of State, I had coffee at the kitchen table with Alma again, and she looks at me and she says, "Now listen, you're not in the Army anymore. Remember when you go down there this morning, these are diplomats and ambassadors and foreign service officers and civilians. Don't go down there and act like you're taking over some kind of infantry battalion. You behave yourself." Yes, dear. Go down to the State Department, walk in, about 500 employees are waiting for me. Go to the lectern and look over the crowd. Can only think of one thing to say. "Good morning, troops, how are you?" Hoo-ah! Because they were my troops. And because I don't know any other way. You talk about transformation and how everything's changing. But what has not changed in my 52 years, roughly, of adult public service is leadership. The leadership techniques and principles I use with a platoon of 40 soldiers, the same techniques I use with an army of 3 million, with a State Department, in my business life, in my nonprofit life. And it all comes from what was drilled into me as a young lieutenant of infantry, and I went to my initial training at Fort Benning, Georgia, the infantry school. And when you drive onto the base at Fort Benning, you see the motto of the school, "Follow me." Me is me, but follow. Follow is what they drilled into us. That was the verb. Follow, followers, followership. The whole purpose of leadership, therefore, is to put your followers in the best possible environment to achieve the purpose of the organization. How do you do that, Lieutenant Powell? First, you have clear missions and goals. Missions and goals that are not writ in stone. Missions and goals that constantly change with the environment, constantly transforming themselves as the environment transforms itself. This is very pure classical military thinking. It didn't come out of the Harvard Business School. You constantly watch the enemy. You constantly watch the weather. You constantly review the terrain. You constantly look at everything that affects the situation that you are in, and you respond to the sensing of the environment. And you transform yourself. You change your plans. You change your orders. If you can't see clearly, you make contingency plans for what might go wrong. You make other contingency plans for what might go right. So that the attack is going well, you reinforce the attack with your reserves. If something's going wrong, you have reserves to deal with it, or you go around in another direction. Put that in business terms, you're constantly looking at what your competitor is doing. You're constantly looking at what technology is telling you to do. You are constantly changing the business enterprise by watching it, seeing what's different, and then adjusting. Constantly, constantly, constantly. And that's what they drilled into us. You have to have a set of missions and goals, but they are constantly changing and transforming. I've been using another word lately, though, besides mission and goals. That sounds a little too PowerPointy. Everybody's got PowerPoint these days. Mission, goal. Ooh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been using the word purpose because what I have sensed as I've gone around the country, that people understand missions and goals, but they're looking for something a little higher, something a little better, particularly young people. Young people not facing war like we did 20, 30 years ago when they all had to go into the service. They are more interested in a purpose that serves society. And so I am reinforcing that in all of the presentations I give to young people. And so as we go through transforming ourselves and reviewing where we are and all of the businesses represented here, always be seeking that higher purpose. It need not be stated or written down anywhere, but always having the back of your mind a higher purpose than just the bottom line sorts of things within an organization. Go beyond the bottom line. Go beyond, return to shareholders. Are we achieving a purpose? The company we are here with today, Wipro, they do it by a lot of the contributions they make, a lot of the service efforts they're involved in. Everybody needs to be doing this to make this a better society. The second thing they drilled into us at Fort Benning was you take care of the troops. You take care of the troops, meaning you give the followers what they need to get the job done. If you don't do that, they won't believe in you. So taking care of the troops means giving them the skills they need, giving them the training they need, giving them the equipment, the weapons, whatever it is they need to get the job done. If you don't do that, why should they believe in you? Why should they believe that your purpose has meaning? They want to see leaders who believe in what they're doing and walk the walk and not just talk the talk. They want to see leaders who are tough, who set high standards, who have moral and physical courage, who have integrity. Increasingly, these simple values that you were taught by your parents or taught in kindergarten are more important in achieving the purpose of an organization, particularly in transformational times. And so take care of the troops means take care of them so they can achieve your purpose and their individual purpose. And in the transformational age that we are in now, where everybody is connected, where every country is connected, where something that happens on the Beijing market will affect New York instantaneously, you have to move so fast. And so one of the big lessons of a transformational age, especially in a business environment, is to move faster and faster with the best decision tools and information tools that you can accomplish and assemble, and the software that goes with it, and the brainware that comes with the software, or the software and hardware are useless. And so it is a matter of training yourselves and training your people and bringing in fresh blood and growing people who have the skills to understand this stuff and to take it to the next level, to take it to a higher purpose. And that's the kind of training I got. And then they said, Powell, you now have to understand that you have to recognize performance in any organization that you're leading. Sometimes it's with a promotion. That's all we could do, or give out a medal. We can't give bonuses or anything like that. But very often, even in an organization that gives out stock options and shares and tremendous bonuses and whatnot, it's the same thing. What you really have to do is connect with people at a one-on-one human level. Just putting your arm around someone and say, hey, man, you're doing such a great job. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad you're a part of my team. I'm glad your family's a part of my family. I just called your wife and told her how proud we are that you guys are with us. I can't get it done without you. Attaboy.